Hi, my name is Recine. I'm the Vice President of Strategic Partnerships at Matrox, and I'm the Chairman of the Pro EV Working Group at Ames.
Hey, Sam, and I'm Mike Bergeron with Panasonic, and thanks for joining us. Now, we have been selling KAIROS into a lot of applications, and because of the ability to produce such rich content from multiple outputs, it's been put into a lot of screen management applications, and also dealing with a lot of different types of inputs, not just cameras, computer outputs. And we found that there was more things we had to figure out how to do, and Matrox has been very helpful in us addressing those deployments with our customers. You'd like to tell us about some of the products we've been working together with?
Yeah, Michael, the products that work right now with the KAIROS that are very popular are things like the Matrox ConvertIP.
Mm-hmm.
And the ConvertIP is a product family that is a converter from other media to SMPTE 2110 or from SMPTE 2110 to other baseband media. So with the ConvertIP, we've been able to grab signals such as HDMI or SDI or even HD-based-T and make them available to platforms like the KAIROS. And conversely, the outputs of the KAIROS can be converted back to those types of signals as well.
Yeah, and I think in a lot of the issues with that, it's that there are ways we can get an HDMI connection in, and a lot of gateways are supporting that. But some of those things, computer outputs, they're coming in as RGB, or they're coming in a UXGA or something like that. And I know, in addition to encapsulating it, getting it on the 2110 network, you guys can manage a lot of those other conversions when necessary.
Absolutely. The SMPTE 2110 specifications allow but don't require you to support color space formats like 444 or RGB, but we implement that. So it is a lot easier to grab PC type signals and content of that type.
We've done the same. A lot of things we're doing because the canvas function in KAIROS can make an odd shape, a super wide background be used for edge blended projectors and LED walls. We were using, I think actually it was at Infocom, where we used several of those boxes to get into, well, first of all, to pull the display port, or I think it was display port, out of some graphics servers, and then to get them into all the projectors.
Yeah, so synchronizing multiple projectors with graphics generated from PC content. This is one of the applications that combination of the KAIROS and the ConvertIP are ideally suited for.
And of course we're looking down the road to grow that business. Is really important to us, and we will want to do supporting things like EDID and HDCP. But I know we were able to get EDID support by using your device on the edge.
That's right. Our products support InfoFrame and EDID. This is part of the ongoing efforts to make it more flexible to use the standards-based protocols on products like the KAIROS. So yeah, it's just about grabbing the signals that you need. Your platform can manage everything. We have to be able to get you that everything.
Yeah. I mean, and it's more to, and it's kind of a chicken and egg, right? So we're going to support it on the platform, but we got to make sure we can connect on the other side. We can deliver it to the screen or pull it from the device.
Yeah, and there are always ways to convert it using other products, but yeah, skipping points of failure and other boxes that require you to massage a signal, just the more native we can be, the better for quality and latency purposes and points of failure.
Yeah, and we've talked a lot about how some of the new products we've been talking about and seeing recently in KAIROS in particular is been broadening that kind of IP infrastructure into new markets and new applications, but of course different requirements, different things that you don't need. You need to be able to handle more screens. You need to be able to handle more formats, but maybe you don't need the same kind of precision on that you would for a broadcast plant that has to connect to GPS and everything like that. I know we run, like we'll run a standalone KAIROS system, without using a full a full standalone PTP clock. We'll use internal or frame store, and you guys are doing a lot of that too.
Yes, the ConvertIP supports additional VSF technical recommendations that go beyond the SMPTE 2110 specification. So as a part of that, we support PTP that's looser than the 2110 type of PTP as well. So we can run with the strictest of PTP environments on a 2110 network, but we could also, like you, run a more relaxed PTP environment.
Well, I know that in a lot of the specifications of 2110, there are things that are not generally supported by the gear that's out there, but they're not disallowed, right? There's I could run any. There's no raster. There's no specified raster that things have to be. I mean, most products are doing 16 by 9 in some form, but there's nothing in the spec telling you can't do that.
Absolutely. Well, we've been building encoders for a very long time and converters, and one of the from day one focal points for us was to support the broadcast type resolutions and formats, but also the PC type resolutions and formats. And sometimes what you want to grab is a very odd shape resolution, and programmable resolutions or odd shape resolutions are things that our product supports. We can get it from that format into a signal that you can grab without needing other converters to adjust the aspect ratio or the appearance of the signal.
Yeah, that's really, and then that's been really helpful for us, because it was, we could build this great content, but it made it much more easy for us to get it onto the screen. And Panasonic, besides being on the camera business and the live production business, we're also a display company. I mean, we make a lot of projectors, so there's a lot of interest in supporting that AV infrastructure. And we've been communicating. I mean, and we talk to you guys on that side of the house too.
Yeah, and one of the things that you'll find in Pro AV is also the equipment has to be programmable for integrators to be able to personalize certain behaviors and be able to talk to the equipment. So our ConvertIP family comes with that complement of programmable tools for those AV environments as well.
Right. Now, we're not announcing, like IPMX support yet, but because of and you can speak to this, but because IPMX is essential for is essentially 2110 compliant. If there's something that is IPMX on one end, 2110 will go right into there, right?
Yeah,
in most cases.
So IPMX is a widening of 2110. It builds on 2110. So IPMX devices, if you put them on a 2110 network, can run like 2110 devices. So they will operate on that type of network with the rules of that network. But IPMX also, in the technical recommendations of IPMX, allows you to run a different type of PTP network, where you could use, for example, a regular switch, a switch that is not PTP aware. The PTP could be federated by the devices that are on the network and the NMOS controller, and you could have a very valid synchronized network, very, very good for Pro AV applications. That's what we showed together at the ISE. We did a side-by-side comparison, actually. We had one network that was 2110, and right beside it, we had a network that was using these new protocols. And, we were able to show the synchronization on both networks with the same equipment. And it looked, really attractive.
Yeah, I think the future is very bright in terms of delivering the kind of functionality and things developed in the broadcast world, bringing that to the AV applications. It's something we think about every day, and when we're looking very much forward. Thank you very much for coming by. It's good stuff. It'll be great to find out what we're talking about next year.
Thank you very much. We're very glad to have participated in this interview, and we look forward to participating in a lot more shows together.
All right, thanks.